Okay, so welcome back. So in this video, ang isosolve natin na lab is yung blind SQL injection with conditional responses. So this lab contains a blind SQL injection vulnerability. The application uses a tracking cookie for analytics and performs a SQL query containing the value of the submitted cookie. Okay, so cookie yung ina-attack natin ngayon, no? Hindi katulad ng mga ibang video natin na category filter, no? So the results of the SQL query are not returned and no error messages are displayed, but the application includes a welcome back message in the page if the query returns any rows, no? So welcome back message. Magiging importante yan sa ating pagsosolve ng SQL injection vulnerability na to. So, same with the previous videos natin, the database contains a different table called users. Yung columns ay username and password. And kailangan natin mag-SQL injection para malaman yung password ng administrator user. Okay? So, to solve the lab, log in as administrator user and may hint tayo na you can assume that the password only contains lowercase alphanumeric characters. Okay? So, i-load natin yung lab. So, sabi tracking cookie, no? So, what we need to do is to intercept this in burp. So, open tayo burp and intercept this. Then, forward. And, ayan. Nandito na yung tracking ID natin, no? So, let's send this to repeater para mapag-aralan pa natin. And I'll just send this para meron tayong response. So, merong welcome back dito, no? So, sabi sa atin na nagre-return daw siya ng welcome back kapag nagre-return siya ng any row, no? So, let's try palitan natin yung tracking ID. Let's say, instead na ganyan, dagdagan natin ng 1, no? And let's send this. And kung mapapansin natin, nawawala na yung welcome back, no? Kapag binalik natin, delete natin to 1, send natin uli, nandun yung welcome back, no? So, ibig sabihin, yun yung pwede natin na maging indicator na if the SQL query returns any row or is true, nag-return siya ng or magkakaroon tayo ng indicator na welcome back. Okay? So, from that, ang pwede natin gawin is mag-blind SQL injection. So, paano, no? So, again, pag-isipan natin muna yung ating SQL query. Tama? So, possible na SQL query natin is select star from some table where tracking ID is equal to some value. No? So, yung some value natin is itong random characters na to. No? So, ngayon, since indicator lang yung meron tayo, hindi tayo pwede gumamit ng union select, no? Kasi hindi naman nagre-reflect yung value nung mga query natin back to the application. So, ang kailangan natin gawin ay blind na SQL injection na gagamitin lang natin yung welcome back message as an indicator. Okay? So, pwede natin gawin is to, una, try natin pag-isipan, close natin yung ating tracking ID, and gamit tayo ng something na pwede natin na gamitin for true or false value. No? And ang true or false value indicator natin ay end. No? So, bakit end? Yung end kasi, nagtutrue lang siya if both of the statements are true. Magpa-false siya kapag may isang false. Okay? So, alam natin na yung tracking ID natin is always true. So, yung susunod na statement after ng end natin ay yun na yung itetest natin kung true or false. Okay? Make sense? So, pwede tayong gumawa ng some random na select statement. So, maybe select and then A from users, tama, users yung table natin, where username equals administrator. No? And kailangan, meron tayong pang check kung true or false ba yan, and that is kung equal ba siya sa A. No? So, ang good thing dito is, pwede na natin na hindi mag-comment. Bakit? Kasi, pwede natin gawin na tanggalin natin yung comment and tanggalin natin yung extra na quotation, no? Kasi meron naman tayong extra na quotation dito. So now, buo na yung ating statement. Okay? So try natin na i-input tong payload na to. So there. And let's send this. And i-highlight ko yung welcome back. And nasobrahan tayo ng copy. So let me delete this. So back. And there you go. Meron tayong match na welcome back. No? And let me just auto scroll para kita natin kagad. So, bakit tayo nagkaroon ng welcome back message? Nagkaroon tayo ng welcome back message kasi true itong statement na to. 'Di ba? A naman yung administrator. Make sense? So ngayon, pwede pa natin na padamihin to, no? How about if say we put end and then check natin yung password, 'di ba? Sabihin natin na yung password length ba ay gaano kahaba, no? So maybe we can say length ng password ay let's say 1, no? 1 character lang ba yung password? So let's try this. And replace natin yung input natin kanina. And wala tayong nakuha na welcome back message, no? So hindi lang 1 character yung password ng administrator, no? So ang ngayon pwede natin gawin, send natin to intruder to. So intruder, gawin natin na target tong number na to. And kung gumagamit ka ng Burp Pro, you can do is numbers from let's say 1 to let's say 30 and then 1 step, no? So let's start the attack. And there you go, tapos na. So let's see, status code natin is 200, 200, or 200. Then may isa dito na yung length ay different, no? Laging 11476 and ito 11537, no? So investigate natin. Yung response niya ay merong welcome back, no? So ibig sabihin 20 characters yung password length natin. Okay? So, ngayon, alam na natin na the password length is 20. Make sense? Make sense? So, take note natin yan. 20 length of pass. Okay? So, ngayon, alam na natin yung kung gaano kahaba yung password. Ano naman yung next natin na pwedeng gawin, no? So, pwede natin gawin is kuhanin na ngayon kung ano yung password nung administrator, no? So let's delete this whole thing and let's start from scratch. So ngayon, meron tayong isang function sa SQL na tinatawag na substring, no? And yung substring, pwede niya tayong tulungan kung paano natin huhulaan or madedetermine yung characters nung password ng administrator. So, how do we do that, no? So, close natin yung tracking ID. And then, let's do, again, end. Then, let's say, select substring ng password 11 from users where username equals administrator equals A. No? So, explain natin yung part by part, no? So, again, end ginamit natin is para ma-check natin kung true ba tong statement na to or not. Okay? Substring. So, yung substring is kinukuha niya yung substring nung result kung letter A ba siya. So, in this case, starting from the first character with length 1 ay equal ba sa A? Okay? And let's not forget yung ating closing parenthesis pala. So, let's put closing parenthesis. And isend natin to sa intruder. Pwede natin to i-brute force. So, pag nasend na natin to intruder, you can use the payload type na brute forcer. Yung character set natin ay lahat ng lowercase, lahat ng uppercase, at saka lahat ng numbers. No? With length 1. So, run natin yung start attack. Then, kung mapapansin nyo, lahat ng length ay 11476. No? And dapat meron ditong isa na naiiba na nangyari sa previous natin na attack, no? So, ito, 11, 1. So, ito, 11537, no? So, meaning, yung first character nung ating password ay 7, no? So, 7. Make sense? Then, what we can do is to change this na lang, no? So, yung first position, palitan natin ng 2, no? So, ang ngayon, ang i-check nito is yung second character nung password ng administrator. And we can do the same thing, no? So, close natin to intruder. I-change natin to 2. And then, let's just rerun the attack. And again, merong isa dyan na mag 11537, no? And in this case, swerte tayo, it's letter A. So, the next character of the password is letter A, no? So, gagawin lang natin to paulit-ulit hanggang maabot natin yung 20th character, no? So, let's do number 3. So, to get the third character nung password. So, start attack. And there you go. 11537 and it's number 8, no? So, 8 yung susunod na password. Na character nung password. So, ulitin nyo lang to hanggang maabot nyo yung 20th character. So, I'll leave this as an exercise for you. And I hope na gets nyo yung explanation in this video. So, see you in the next video.